Yeah, my mom was here yesterday because this is what happened, right? Sunday, I was emotional and I started crying live on stream. Monday, I called my mom because I call my mom every day and I was like sobbing. I was like, "Meh, Bob, hi Bob." And she's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm breathing. And then the next day, Tuesday rolls around. She calls me again in the morning and I'm still fucking doing the same. I'm like, "Good morning. Good morning." And then she's like, "Do you want me to come over?" And I'm like, "Maybe." So then the whole time I was like signing posters. My mom was on my bed. Every now and then she would like pat my back and shit. And I'm like reading stuff. My mom heard what you like, not all, but my mom heard what some of you guys said. And they're like, "Aw, they're so sweet." And I'm over here like, my mom was like, "What the is wrong with you?" But I really appreciate. I heard every single one. There was like, it felt like there were hundreds. I'm not sure if there are hundreds, but it took me 2.5 days to listen and read. Knew it.
Did your family get to watch the video yet?
Bro, for the past 2 days, I've been so focused on reading everything. You know, people said there were Easter eggs in the video, right? I couldn't find any. Because like I would watch it and then I would be like, "Oh my god." I just can't focus on it. It's like, if I look at it for too hard, I'm gonna cry again. And I can't keep crying. I was like tearing up. It went from like I'm just sobbing to like my eyes. And then like my eyes are so fucking poofy, chat. I don't know what feeling I'm feeling, but maybe I don't need to. You know, I thought about it. I was like, do I have to put my feelings into words? It feels good, so I just want to feel it, right? Like I don't need to understand how I feel this time. I can just let myself feel it for now. Who's rushing me, really? So it's fine. I need to understand how I feel because I have like a problem, right? I got a mental problem. So in order to regulate, I have to make sure to keep my feelings in check. But for the past 2 days, I still take my meds and shit, but I just kind of let... It's weird. Actually, something really, really weird is I think for the first time in my whole entire life, I just let myself feel without like thinking too much of it. You know, like I didn't try to like understand it or like put a word to it or like, why do I feel this way? I didn't really do that. I just kind of let myself feel that way. And I thought I was gonna go on a swing, but I didn't. I was so nervous. I was like, ah, shit, chat. The thing is, so I have a mental problem, right? Part of my therapy is I can't really allow myself to do that. I've told chat this. When I'm sad, I can't get too sad. Same thing when I'm happy, right? When I feel happy or angry, any emotion, if I don't understand it, I can't really let myself simmer in that. Or not, I just go on a swing, it'll be a whole tangent, it's a whole problem. But for the past 2 days, I've been doing that and I'm still okay. Like I'm not weird about it. Maybe I have grown personally even. Just nuts. Hey, yo, look at that. Therapy works, chat. No. Woo! Crazy! Oh, I have another story, chat. I have 2 stories before we go on to React Andy. One of the stories is my brother. Oh my god. My brother. So he sent me a message, right, on WhatsApp when Deja Vu got released. I did not know that Deja Vu was on Spotify already. My mom knew before I did. She basically went on Spotify, listened to Deja Vu, and then she sent it to me. And she was like, "By the way, I love your voice and Kuro's voice. I didn't know that like you guys could really do like something so awesome." And I was like, oh, I quote this what my mom said in Indo, so I'll translate it. She's like, "At first, my favorite is medicine. Now, it's Deja Vu. And number 2 is medicine. Good job, Michi." That's what she said. And I was like, "Thank you. Have you been like watching it on YouTube?" She's like, "No, Spotify." It's like, what the fuck do you mean Spotify? So that's how I found out that Deja Vu was on Spotify. And then I messaged my brother because every time something cool is like really cool happens, I like to be like, OMG to my brother. I messaged him and guess what he told me? Chat. Oh, actually, guess. Take a wild guess. So I told my brother, "By the way, Michi bro, Mochievee, do you know that I have an original song that I sung with Kuro and it's on Spotify?" He said, and I quote, "Yeah, I heard it because we were at a family gathering, a mini family gathering, and mom played it on speaker." Ooh. Overcooked. It's over. It's over for me, guys. So anyways, if any of my family members watching, hi, no. I know what you're gonna think, okay? I fucking know you already. No, don't type. Don't type, don't talk, don't... Doxing is when you reveal people's information. Do not do that.
Michi family.
Kill you if you do. I know where you live, and I know the password to half of your shit. Don't fuck with me. But if you're not my family, that's okay. But like, if you're my I'm gonna fucking kill you. Don't do that, man. But yeah, according to my brother, so they met up with my aunt and my uncle, and then my mom played it on speaker, and then she says, she didn't say it's me. She says, oh, listen to this song. And apparently people were like, oh, this sounds so nice. My brother said it gave off J-pop vibes, but my uncle said it sounded like K-pop. So I guess it's like J-pop, K-pop-y energy is what they, according to them. But my mom didn't say it was me. My mom said she's just like, oh, there's this new song that I like. So sly, mom. So fucking sly. No one's gonna know it's me. So slay. Yes. So my brother said he loved it, but he also knew because of my mother. And my dad sent me 5 essays, by the way. Like, my dad was like, essaying, right? I was like, dear Michi Mochievee, I am so proud of you, comma, my daughter Michi Mochievee, dot. I have listened to this song nonstop. Your dad is so proud of you, Michi Mochievee. You did amazing. Kuro was also so amazing. Blah, blah, blah. Love your dad. And then an hour later, dear Michi Mochievee, I have not yet stopped listening to the song. I think that this song is about, you know what they thought it was? Chat, if you listen to Deja Vu, right? What do you think it's about? Moving on. Yeah, me too. I thought it was mostly about like a chapter opens, a chapter closes, but it's okay because that means another chapter will open again, right? It's not the end of your story. The book isn't closed yet. It's just a new chapter in life. It is what it is, you know? So my dad understood that. My mom, however, thought it was yet still a love song because I said, in the dead of night, I can still hear, right? Where it's like,
it's about
in
things
the
feeling
night.
familiar because you can't remember the first time you saw them because you were zooted, no?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it's about. So, because there's a lyric part where I'm like what was it? Broken free but all the thoughts remain. No, it's not that. Shit, I forgot my own lyric. Shit. I'm falling, but the future feels so clear. And oh, in the dead of night, I can still, everything that I was told, deja vu, I still see you, right? That's the lyrics. That's what my mom hyper-focused on. It's the, oh, in the dead of night, I can still hear. And then, deja vu, I still see you. And my mom's like, are you guys, is this about each other? Out of nowhere, like randomly. It wasn't like I'm talking to her and then she decided to say this in a context. No, out of nowhere, she's like, by the way, who are you thinking about at night? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? She was like, who is the person that you're thinking of at night? And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? God? Like, what do you want me to say? I was like, well, I don't know. Fucking, I've been nothing. And then she was like, in the song. I swear to God. I don't know whether my mom likes Kuro or hates Kuro. I don't know if she ships me with Kuro. I'm not sure. Because I remember one time when I was playing Pokemon with Kuro, my mom was like super fucking anal. She was like, make sure all the doors are open. Okay, make sure none of the doors are locked. Make sure that he leaves your place before it gets too dark. Make sure. And then after the collab ended, she would video call me. She's like, show me around your place. Is Kuro still at your place? Blah, 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 blah. It's already nighttime, right? You are not supposed to have a boy at your place at nighttime. I will come over to check that you are alone at nighttime. That. But then in the song, she's like, who are you thinking of at night? Is it Kuro? And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? She's a little bit cuckoo, man. I'm telling, I don't know. I sometimes feel like she's trying to bait me into saying something. Chat, if I tell my mom that I think of chat at night, I think she would be a little bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie. Thinking doesn't get you pregnant. Okay, that's not true. Then explain this. But oing, oing, oing. Ew. Okay, what the fuck do you mean? Ew. I'd be concerned. So I don't know. But my mom was like, you did a song with Kuro. You said at night you think of someone, but it's with it's like the song is with Kuro. Hint? My mom is like probably the only shipper of this shit. I feel like everyone else knows that this ship it ain't sailing, bro. I'm gonna be real. But my mom is holding on to hope. You know what I mean? Somewhere.
Just tell her Jared and don't elaborate.
Oh, by the way, chat, do you know the name Jared Lore? Like, Jared is one of my... Jared actually is a real person. I just want you to know that. I used to have a close friend. Not a close friend, but a mutual friend. It was me and Kuro's mutual friend. Jared also helped Mata at one point, if I'm not wrong, but they're mostly Kuro's friend. They were Kuro's friend, and then we kind of hung out every now and then when I was bored. And my mom knows a little bit about Jared, but he is a very private guy and he's really busy. So my mom asked once, like, what kind of person is Jared?
Does his head
and I was
look like
oh.
a penis in real life too?
I don't know. I don't even know if Jared is actually his real name. His old name used to be like something Jared something, and then he made a new thing. I actually don't know anything about the guy. We literally, all we do is we play, or not, he edits videos, and then we hang out, and that's it. Your mom knows everyone? My mom has to know everyone. You know, my mom low-key stalked Mono. Remember like a couple of weeks ago, we would play Schedule 1 for hours, right? And we would be playing it with Mono. And my mom's like, you've been playing a lot with this guy named 16 and Mono. And I was like, yeah, we're playing Schedule 1. It's a really fun game. She's like, he has a really nice beard. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah. Like, what the fuck do you mean? He's a skeleton. What beard? She's like, no. I mean, his picture is there. Like, he uses it. I saw him. I was like, what do you mean you saw him? It's like, yeah. I mean, you know, it's your friend, so I want to see what kind of person he is. So my mom stalked Mono's work. She knows what Mono's look like. Everything, bro. She knows that about everybody. She stalks everyone. If I'm friends with them, my mom knows 100%. No matter if we're close, if we're not close. She stalked Numi. She stalked Shoto. She knows every single one of my friends because my mom needs to know who I'm friends with. And also, I tell her too, because I don't lie to my mother. If she's like, what are you doing today? I'm like, oh, I have a collab with this person. She's like, who's that? And I'm like, oh, this person is this person. This is their Twitter account. This is what they do. They're a VTuber. They're really good. Blah blah blah. And mom's like, oh, even Heavenly? Yes, everyone. If I'm friends with someone, I tell my parents about it. Kind of creepy. The thing is, it sounds creepy because we're like VTubers, right? But Mono is not a VTuber. Mono's like header is literally his IRL face. So it's easier for my mom to know how he looks like because that's his profile banner. You know what I mean? But I think I'm just very used to being very open with my parents. Even, oh my god, did you know? We're going on a trip soon. I'm gonna be hanging out with some friends and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We might be streaming during that time, so maybe you guys get like an offline collab hangout stream. But because I'm not the healthiest person, my parents usually need like a designated guy, like emergency contact.
She stalked Numi. It's Joe Ever. I guarantee she saw CPR.
I'm pretty sure she did CCPR. But my mom is very used to it. Like, my mom is not the type to be like, oh, you moan, how disgusting. My mom knows Mel. My mom knows Mel. She knows what Mel does. And according to my mother, she's like, as long as Mel is happy and safe, she doesn't give a shit. So she's not that type of person. Maybe that's why. Like, she used to be, but nowadays she's very more open-minded. So it's quite easy for me to talk about my friends too. Numi, like Mel. Mel is not the only friend that I have that does like more mature content. I have friends that do like quite mature content, and my mom knows about them too. I remember back then, my mom used to be quite judgmental, right? But then at one point, when you become an adult, I swear, the older you get, your parents also slowly matures, right? I told my parents, I was like, listen, here's the deal. I'm an adult now, which means I can have my own privacy, but I want to like let you into my life. Like, I want you to know what's going on in my life. I want to be able to update you, but I can't if you're gonna judge me. So I need you to trust me now that I'm an adult. And they're like, yeah, fair. And then ever since then, we've kind of just been like, it's like a deal. It's like I am always gonna be honest to you. I will tell you everything, but in return, you don't judge. Like, you don't judge and you don't do anything unless it's like actually bad. Then you tell me your input, but like, do not judge anything. Just because my friends do adult shit doesn't mean I'm gonna do adult shit. Something like that. But at this point, I feel like my mom wants me to do more adult shit. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, chat. So I told my mom. It's to this point where I tell my mom that sometimes I'm like thinking, I'm not gonna do it, but I was curious. I will admit that I was curious because I know some of my friends, right? They stream very normally, but then they have like a Patreon or something like that where they make more like R18 content. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's more R18 stuff, but it's separate and it's like paywalled and like separate viewer ASMR or like R18 stories or stuff like that, right? So at one point I was curious. So I told my mom, just really weird, but I told my mom, I was like, Mom, how would you feel if I did like ASMR but adult ASMR? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know, it's like there is a story. I don't actually do it, right? But it's like there's a story and then you act out. It's like a voice back, but you act out like the scenes and stuff, and you voice on the scenes, you know. Sometimes you like meow and stuff like that, right? And my mom sat there and she was like, why would you do that though? And I was like, I mean, I can like lock it behind a paywall, right? So it's like not everyone can just get to it. And so my mom was like, it could be an interesting venture, you know, like I've never tried it and maybe I should try it, right? And you know something my mom said that made me like, damn, you could have just said no. Like deadass at this point, just say like, don't. I don't agree, don't do it. Just say that. But no, you know what my mom said? My mom said, are you sure people would want to see that? Ah, damn. Nah, girl, there's really no coming back from that. It's over. It's literally fucking over. I would rather my mom be like, how dare you think of such a thing? Why would you think that? Why you want to do adult stuff? You are disgusting. You go hell now. Okay? Later when you die and you do shit like this, you go heaven and God say, ew. No, don't do that. I would rather her say that. But no, she's like, are you sure? Like, I mean, sure, but are you sure that like people would want to see that? And that kind of hit my ego a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Your mom just fucking, I know, just
Mom,
cooked you,
Michi's
man.
one of US. She knows us so well.
Okay, chat, fuck you. So I guess I can never do it. My mom shut it down absolutely insanely for me. So I guess that'll never happen. That's one story. Ugh. Oh, yeah, the story of the trip. So I'm gonna be going on a trip with some friends, and this time I usually go with either Kuro or Mata, right? Every time I travel, I always go, like, I meet up with either Kuro or Mata. And my mom literally have their number. Like, my mom has Matara's phone number and my mom has Kuro's phone number. I know some people might think that's weird, but it's because I am Chic. And at any given time, there is always a chance that something flares up and then something bad happens to me. So my mom needs like an emergency contact number that, like, if I don't reply, she knows who to call. You know what I mean? But I always usually call her and update her every time. But that's like a must. Ever since I started traveling alone, she's a bit more like careful. Yeah, like an emergency safety person. But for this trip, Mata isn't gonna be there and Kuro's not gonna be there. So my mom was very like anxious at first. She was like, oh, I don't know, like, is no one like, I don't know what to do because like, what if something happens to you? So I messaged Numi and I was like, Numi, are you comfortable? Like at this point, we started talking for like 2 months now, right? Like we're friends, but it's not like I've known you for years. And I was like, Numi, are you comfortable with giving my mom your phone number? Because, you see, my mom needs an emergency contact just in case. Like if I don't respond for a day, she knows who to call, something like that. So are you okay with it? And Numi was like, I got you, baby girl. I used to study in the communication, blah, blah. I used to communicate. I got you. I will say whatever. I will rizz up your mom. And I'm like, no, just, I'm saying like if I'm dying, my mom will call you, but that's it. The fuck? But I haven't given her number to my mom yet because I don't want fucking Numi to message my mother. Hell no, I played these games before! Slay communication major! I know, but I sent my mom Numi's phone number, but I haven't sent Numi's my mom's phone number. Can I have your mom's number? Fuck you, Heavenly. No, not gonna lie, if I ever go... If I ever go to America and then you're the only person that I'm gonna be with like most of the time, then my mom is gonna have your number.